Hi guys, it's Rafael here from You Moving Abroad, and this week's blog is about moving to London. So I have here with me William, who was born and raised in London, and will be giving his tips about his city. So how are you today, William?
I'm very well, thanks, Rafael.
Good. So thanks for being here with me today and helping people who are going to be moving to London. And what is your first advice to people who are moving here?
I guess the same advice as it would be to any city. I think you need to learn the language. Probably more so in this country than in other countries because English people don't speak other languages particularly well. Having said that, there are lots of nationalities in London. I mean, it's about the most world city that there is, I think, in terms of the mix of different nationalities. So if you didn't want to learn the language, you could come over here and I'm sure find a group of your fellow compatriots and end up not speaking English at all. But I wouldn't advise that as the best way to get to know a city. So I would definitely, I think language is the number one thing. So if you haven't already got a very good grasp of English, I think it's a good idea to take yourself off to a language school.
And
probably.
do you think that would, obviously speaking the language would help the the foreigner or the person who just moved here to integrate the society a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. And English over here is, as it is almost throughout the world, I guess, the common language. So obviously in terms of meeting people, in terms of doing whatever you're doing over here, it's going to help enormously to get the most out of your experience.
Okay. And in terms of, so once you learn the language, how would you become friends with English people, like become friends with you, for example? How would people meet in the city?
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily just English people. I mean, it's a question of meeting other people. And you do that by taking yourself out into places where you meet people. So be that in bars or out in social places or doing things that are going to create an environment that's conducive to meeting people on a social level. So I mean, you may be over here for work or for study, and if you're working over here, you may get on well with your work colleagues, but often you want to do things outside the workplace. So go for a drink. English people like to have a drink and often don't loosen up entirely until they've had a few drinks.
So you really become friends with English people when they're drunk?
Well, not drunk, I wouldn't say, but certainly people like to go out